Pretty exciting now. We have one of our customers joining us from Singapore. Ken Leong's on the webinar today. Great to have you on, Ken.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Awesome. So lovely to get a customer story as well. Tell us a little bit more around your practice 361 degree consulting. Please give us a little bit more information around how you started the practice, when you started it, and sort of your focus in the Singaporean market.
Right. We started the company in 2018. That was like 15 years ago. So we were my yacht partner, MIOB partner, focusing mainly in Singapore and Malaysia market. And then we actually started our accounting practice at the same time. But our business model was slightly different from most of the accounting firm. What we do more is we actually do more software implementation, for example, like migration, training, supports, and etc. And after we implemented the software, then we ask customers like, hey, by the way, we are an accounting firm. Would you like to engage our service as well? So that's what we do. And usually most of the accounting firm do the reverse way, as in the accounting firm would offer the accounting services, and then if happens that the company do not have an accounting software, then they will recommend be it Xero or MyYob or QuickBooks.
Perfect. Yeah, I think a little bit of a different channel to getting clients. The Singaporean market, I mean, you've been working in it for quite a while. How has Xero sort of adopted that market? What's happening on the ground? Any insights into the Singaporean market for some of our attendees?
Right, sure. I think most of the attendees that do not come from Singapore. But let me just explain. Singapore is a relatively small country. The total population is about like 5.5 million, maybe close to 6 right now. But the SME, as in the small and medium enterprises in Singapore, are very active. We estimated at any one time there are about 200,000 active SMEs. And then on average, every month, there are about 3,000 to 5,000 new companies being incorporated in Singapore. And then let's talk about Xero. So Xero was really came into the market, says about like 5 or 6 years ago. I mean, when they first started their local office in Singapore. And not many people actually are aware of Xero. But Xero really did a good job in terms of marketing, in terms of working with the authority very closely. So at the moment, Xero is working with the government. I mean, Singapore has a sort of like a digital government agency. We call it IMDA, as in Infocom, IMDA. I can't remember the full name, but it doesn't really matter. It's like a government agency. So Xero work very closely in terms of a lot of work automation. That includes like for example, at the moment, when we submit GST, is always on a manual, but we are expecting that to be automated probably in next year onwards. So I mean, actually, the functions are already there, that allowing users to submit GST directly to the local tax authority. So, but the thing is, not many people are using that because everybody's also worried that, what if you transmit directly and then, what is the implication and so on and so forth. So that is on the software side. And in terms of user adoption, especially during COVID period, we actually see a shoot up of Xero adoption everywhere. And if you ask me about the Xero's market share in Singapore right now, I don't have any official figures, but I would estimate if you talk about SME using SaaS-based kind of accounting software, Xero would at least take up about like 70 to 80%. It is that many in Singapore. So if you ask any SME what kind of cloud accounting software that they are using, they may not be using Xero, but likelihood is they heard about Xero before. So I think Xero has done a good job over in Singapore.
Awesome. It's good to get that insight from on the ground there, Ken. I think it's actually quite similar to the market where we based here in South Africa. We're a little bit definitely behind Australia and New Zealand when it comes to directly integrating with the tax office. Only in the last 6 months have we been able to directly submit VAT or VAT, similar to GST, directly to our tax office, where that's sort of been prominent in other markets for many years. So nice to see. It kind of talks to that ecosystem that perhaps cloud brings, where it's a connected ecosystem between not only just apps and let's say the cloud accounting provider, but also the cloud accounting provider and third-party systems like the tax office. The ecosystem, I know it's something you've dived into quite a bit from an integration perspective. Any insights there around sort of ecosystem apps and perhaps where Syft fits into all of that for you and your practice?
Right. Yes, in terms of the ecosystem, that is something that we love it so much in the Xero ecosystem. I mean, we are a QBO partners as well. I guess Xero actually, in terms of the integration with other apps, the API and so on and so forth, I think Xero definitely has an upper hand. That's the first thing. And in Singapore-wise, Xero has also encouraged a lot of different apps to come into the ecosystems and comes with the native integration with Xero. So of course, if you ask me like what are the things that we connect a lot more, usually is HR. I mean, accounting and HR, these are no-brainer because every company needs this. Then followed by POS. We have done a lot of POS integration as well. We do carry a few POS system too. So POS and then followed by inventory. And then the third thing that I would say, I mean, equally to POS, inventory management, e-commerce, it will be reporting tool. So Syft is definitely one of the reporting tools that we have connected to all our customers. A reason is very simple. Being a small, as in the SME market, a lot of customers always ask us this question. The first question is, what is the difference between if I sign up with you and sign up with Xero directly? That's the first question. And then the second question is, if I do not want to sign up with Xero, then what is the difference for me to sign up with you or other Xero partners? Of course, I mean, being a service provider, we can always tell them that our service are better, we have top-notch service. But the problem that we face is being a service provider, if the customer hasn't tried your service, there is no way for them to know whether you are good or bad. Even let's say they try others services and then they don't feel good, or they are like cheated and so on and so forth, but they wouldn't come back to you because anyway, the implementation probably has been done like halfway or whatever. So it's very difficult to win customer. And then so we figure out one of the way is how do we differentiate ourselves. And then Syft was a really handy tool, and then I usually use it as internally as our secret weapon. So when we go out and promote Xero and so on and so forth, we tell them that, hey, you get it from us. Not only our service is better than others, not only our experience are better than others, we actually have something that is extra, so our customers understand that, when I get Xero from you, I actually get Syft as well. So what we do is that we actually bundle Xero and Syft together, and then we give them more insightful reports. So the customers are actually able to not only read the reports from Xero, but they also get something that is really going the extra mile. And one of the key features that all our customers love it is the automated report. All our customers love the idea of like getting the accounts receivable report automatically emailed to their mailbox on the Monday morning. So that when they're sipping their morning coffee, they're able to tell, which customer has paid and who hasn't paid and things like that. And then the boss will be able to go to office and gather all the sales team and say, hey, you know what? The customer who bought from us last week hasn't been paying. You better, go and give them a call and follow up. So this is what we do and then differentiate ourselves. So Syft is really a handy tool for us.
Awesome. I really like that, Ken. I definitely think offering more than just in a commoditized space where you can't just offer accounting services, adding a little bit more onto that to differentiate yourself is key. And I love how you are using it. Nice. The scheduled reports arriving in inboxes automatically, really giving those business owners the power to make those decisions every week and know where their business is headed. But it's been great working with you, and we're looking forward to continuing to that relationship and working together in the Singaporean markets. Some exciting times ahead with the Roadshow Singapore from Xero coming up in November. So excited to get on the ground. But great to have you on today, Ken. I really appreciate your insights, and thanks for joining us.